Hey guys, it's James Upjohn here from IMTprofessionals.com. I'm really excited because we've partnered with a law firm in Jacksonville called Jackson Law Group, and they've allowed us to go over their entire website from the absolute basics to hopefully get it ranked #1 in Google. This is a website that hasn't had any previous SEO done on it, so it's really going to allow me to go in and show you guys over the shoulder exactly what it's going to take to rank a website #1 in Google. I'm just going to start off by explaining a little bit about what SEO is for those of you that might have come into this wanting to rank your own business website in Google, but are not even really sure what some of those fundamental basics are. So the best thing for me to do really is just to head over to the first page of Google, and let's just pretend that you are a plumber and you are in Miami. So basically anybody can head over to Google, and if they're looking for any type of product or service, they come along and typically they type in what they're looking for and the location they're looking for it in. Now, the way that Google works is using some algorithms. Google works out who to put in the #1 spot and who to put on page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. Basically, there's 1,000 results that will show in Google anywhere between page 1 and 100. And what search engine optimization is basically figuring out and understanding exactly what it takes to move your website up these results so that eventually you can become the #1 business. About 30% of any person that searches in Google clicks on the #1 listing. So what does that mean? If 1,000 people are searching for this product or service and your website's #1, you should get about 300 visitors a month visiting your website. Over the next few videos, I'm going to be talking to you about how to find out how many people are searching for your products and services, and then more importantly, what we need to do to the website in terms of search engine optimization to rank your website higher in Google. There's actually over 200 different ranking factors that Google looks at. This isn't supposed to be an exhaustive list right now. We'll go through that in later videos. But just to give you one example of something that Google is looking for, just so that hopefully something clicks for you, the penny drops, and you start to think, oh, okay, there is a science to this, and hopefully you'll follow us along on this journey and get your websites ranking #1 as well. So one of the ranking factors that Google looks at is the title of your website. A title in Google search engine is basically this text that appears above any URL. Normally it's in blue. If you've visited the website before, it'll actually be displaying in purple. But these blue lines of code at the top here is basically the title of your website. So if we just scroll up to the top and we take a look, what we actually searched for was Plumber Miami. And if we scroll down and we look at who's ranking on the first page of Google, we'll see that the #1 listing has got plumbers and it's got Miami in it. The #2 listing has got the words plumbing in it. We can't see whether it's got Miami in there, but there is a ... which means this title tag's longer. Google's just shortening that for us. If we click through to the website, the title of a website is basically what's written in this top tab here. And if I move my mouse cursor over there, you'll actually see in the pop-up that there is Miami written in that title tag. It's right after the 83rd Avenue, Miami. So it's got the word plumbing in there. We know it's got the word Miami in there. The next one has got the word plumbing in there. It's got the word Miami in there, and it's also got Miami plumber. The next one says Miami plumber. The next one says Miami-Dade plumbing. The next one says plumbing Miami. The next one says plumbing in Miami. The next one's got Miami in there and it's got plumbing in there. And then the next one's got Miami in there and it's got plumbers in there. Okay, so one of the very first things that we can do in SEO is to start analyzing these search results, figuring out what people are doing to rank on the first page of Google, and then we can start implementing some of those techniques on our own website. So if I wanted to rank for plumbing Miami or plumbers Miami, I've seen that every single person on page 1 of Google contains either plumbing Miami or plumbers Miami or some combination of that. Let's now go and take a look at somebody that's ranking all the way back on page 10. Okay, that's like nobody's ever visiting that website for that keyword because people typically don't search beyond page 2 or page 3. Absolutely, being on page 1 in the number 1 position is going to give you the most amount of traffic. As you start going further down page 1, that traffic drops significantly. And then as you get onto the second page of Google, the traffic's minimal. We're talking literally 1 or 2% of the entire search volume compared to 30% if you're on page 1. But let's go and have a look at people on page 10. They are ranking for this keyword, but they're not ranking very well. And let's just see what these guys are doing for their title tags. We can see these people have got Miami plumbing, they've got plumbing Miami, they've got Miami plumber, Miami plumber, Miami plumber. But if we take a look at this guy right here, Bob's Plumbing Company Inc., welcome. Plumbing's written in there, but there's no mention of the word Miami written in there. It's not in the URL. And more importantly, it's not in the title tag. You can see that right there. So hopefully all of you guys by now are looking at this, just with this very basic example, hopefully you're looking at this and thinking, oh, well, maybe you should put Miami in his title tag. And if you are thinking that, fantastic. If you're not, don't worry about it. It's a very early days yet. But if you did think that, that's brilliant. That's step 1 to figuring out SEO for your website. As I said to you, there's over 200 different ranking factors. So you might be asking, well, these guys have got it and they're still on page 10. Why? Because this is just one of 200 different things that we can change. Some of them are much more important than others. How fast your website loads, what images you've got on your website, etc. But some of them are super important and some of them are only going to become important if you're competing against other people that are also very good at SEO. So what I plan to do over the next few videos is to jump into Jackson Law Group. They are an attorney in Jacksonville, Florida, and they have given us access to their website. So I'm going to actually go in there and start showing you, look, they don't have the keyword in the title. This is how we change it. Their website's not loading so fast. This is how we make it quicker. And hopefully you'll be able to follow along all of these steps and you'll be able to do the same things for your website. So I'm really glad that you are joining us on this journey. Don't forget, if you've got any questions at all, please head over to the IMT Professionals Facebook group and post your questions in there and we'll try and get those answered for you as quickly as we can. Also, as you're going through and you're watching these, we do have monthly webinar training. So make sure you're writing your questions down. Bring those questions along to the webinar, ask them live, and I'll actually even be able to take a look at your websites and help you fix those issues live on those. So thank you so much for signing up. I really am looking forward to getting to know you and helping you get your business ranked #1 in Google. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Cheers.